in the lane setup. The TA really does not like playing against dual lanes. Like, if she has to have someone sit there and soak experience, then you don't have enough mana to keep using Refraction, especially when they can break it so easily with the Ignite. But it looks like Fnatic are dodging, or yeah, they're set up to dodge.
The battle begins.
All right. So Abed, of course, will be going mid, head-to-head against Dendi. That TA versus Puck matchup. Which...
Yep. Well, I mean, it's normally Puck, or sorry, TA favored heavily, but the I feel like the supports can offset it quite a bit. It looks like NaVi, you're dodging. I said that.
You mean the 5 people in mid lane right now?
That's true. Any one of them.
Jesus.
There's about 1 million people there.
What in the world? Yeah, it looks like they caught wind of these lanes and are switching it up now.
Yep, and then Fnatic are doing their own shenanigans as well. Envy's pulling the creep wave behind his tower so he can keep it there.
All right. So I'm going to be asking you mechanic questions all game long because of the Morphling, and I know you're not going to know the answer to half of them because that's just what I do.
All right.
If you steal Metamorphosis as Morphling, do you gain the extra range in addition to the damage? I assume yes.
I have absolutely no idea. I've never seen it before.
I assume that it will add the extra damage on top of your already ranged attack. So it sounds, if it works like that, it's extremely strong.
Yeah, it sounds insane if it works like that.
But we'll see.
It might just bring your range up to 600 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's possible that's the mechanic as well. But remains to be seen. Denny pops Refraction right now. Roger is his support in lane right now. As bottom lane, Eternal Envy will use the Metamorphosis. And the crazy thing about it is it's not like you're playing against a Rubik where you can just use Refraction, or not Reflection right away to prevent him from stealing. You can't do anything unless you get a Lincoln's or something like that, which I doubt you'll ever pick up. Although it's not that bad, because you do want stat items on Terrorblade, but I'd be surprised regardless.
Yeah, definitely not the most common pickup for Terrorblade, but it is possible for sure. As like a later item, also Grip, but I don't know. Seems like it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, probably not. Well, depending on how powerful the Morphling is, we talk about a lot. It might just be a dud, right? Might just not be that great. I don't know. I can't imagine.
Speaking of Morphling, he's off to. I mean, he's okay, doing all right, but Beastmaster has like he's pretty dominant in the lane against these two heroes. He can do whatever he pleases, pull. He can just man up on the Morphling. In the early levels, he was destroying the Morphling, but he's got a lot of regen.
And Roger being a real pest in this mid lane, mana burning Abed every time it's up. Of course, it's an extremely long cooldown for level 1, but Impale is also ready to go if needed. Pylai die. He does have the Orb of Venom this time, Brax. You'd be happy to know.
Nice.
So the right
very
will be feared.
Yeah, they're actually doing very well against this TA duel. And this is the problem. TA runs out of mana. She ends up leeching experience with the support the entire time, and then it's just not great. Not the best dual lane hero for sure.
How much of TA have you seen since they changed Trap to deal damage over time?
Not very much at all. I saw one the other day, and I was reading the talents, and I was like, wait, the traps deal damage?
Well, it's not only that. They deal so much more damage than before. As mid lane, Ogre Magic will be taken out, and Dendi takes first blood for NaVi. A little bit surprising that came through without the help of Roger, although I guess he did use an Impale.
Yep, he did Impale, and then Dendi leveled up his sideways one more time, so he had enough range to hit him one more time.
So yeah, traps not only dealing damage just in general, but the talent boosting it to be pretty insane, to the point where you have to even think about using it in the jungle from time to time. But at that stage of the game, you don't really have issues taking out jungle stacks if you're a TA anyway.
Well, the biggest use I saw for it was one-shotting creep waves when it was level 3.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then TA was just split pushing that way, and it was super safe because he would just hide in the trees, blow up a creep wave, and then leech the experience. It's very annoying.
That, of course, is level 15 talent to increase the damage by 200 for psionic traps. Over the 7 armor, which, I mean, remains to be seen what he actually will do. Is the Impale mid lane will connect on Abed. Has a phase shift, but it's only level 1. Uses a Fairy Fire. That'll keep him alive as Dendi is forced back by company, including DJ. Yep. Got a word into Fatal Bonds. This should be enough to take him out. Dendi, with the Refraction, will only keep him alive a little bit longer, so Good rotation from Fnatic this time around.
All right, nicely done. This game feels so mid-focused, doesn't it? Both supports committing all their time just to try to screw up the other mid. Like, they both kind of counter each other. Mana burning the puck and then using Ignite on TA to break through the refraction charges.
Wasn't it the prediction of some analysts that with that creep being deleted from the mid lane that you would see less supports helping out? And it would be more like a 1v1 game like we used to see back in the day?
I'm sure some idiot thought that that'd be the case.
It feels even worse in terms of being the solo mid guy, right?
I mean, let's be honest, the that single creep being added to the mid lane just made it so that mid laners were super, super high level.
Yeah.
Like, on top of getting experience from denies, every mid laner was like 2 levels above everyone at like 15 minutes into the game, so they destroyed every game.
Oh, bottom lane, Brain Sap into the Impale. Eternal Envy's in a lot of trouble. Has Metamorphosis, but it's not going to do him too much here. DJ trying to keep him alive, and will do so thanks to the Shadow Word. Of course, the high armor from Terrorblade, something that you can't forget. 17 right now. So the right click's not dealing a whole lot. Seneko, another Brain Sap, this time on the Pylite die. Has the Ignite available. Roger with the Impale. Ready to go. Looking to perhaps get 2 with it. Will only find 1, and Roger taking a lot of damage with the Fatal Bonds and Shadow Word. But
He might...
the Shrine is here. Shrines are good for Dota.
Yep. I think people realize that lanes are more important than they've ever been before, I'd say. Like, there's so many games you can just lose straight out of the lane phase if you can't, like, come online with your heroes. And it's like it's a really big thing now when it comes to drafting, for sure. Gotta win your lanes. Or at least not lose your lanes so bad that you can't play the game.
And this bottom lane is coming to mind in terms of that, but Sunder comes through in general. He will likely drop here very easily, in fact, as a whoops comes out from Seneko. Eternal Envy, of course, level 6. Brain Sap coming through for Seneko, but he's going to take a couple right clicks. They deal quite a bit of damage at this point of the game. Roger getting chased a bit here from Pylite die, but nothing to come of it. General level 4 right now in this bot lane as the Brewmaster. Oh, Abed mid lane. Illusory Orb comes out. Looks like he'll be okay for now as Roger. Don't think he was spotted. Actually, he was. There's a word right here.
Yep.
Definitely was spotted.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But this is the power of Fnatic. Their lineup, at least, with not only the Beastmaster, but of course Terrorblade. Able to take out these towers very, very quickly thanks to Metamorphosis. TPs. Roger's here. More TPs to come. Impale will completely miss unless he was just going for the catapult. In that case, he definitely hit it on the mark. Fatal Bonds is applied. They better be careful here. More TPs coming, though. So maybe Fnatic should be on the back foot. As this tower, Impale onto 2. Here comes the waveform. Crystallize just rips through Eternal Envy. DJ nightmared up. See if they try to get 2 out of this. They will at least find DJ and maybe even Pylite die as well. As this will be split up quite nicely as the waveform finishes off the Ogre Magi. So 3 kills for NaVi. Great rotations. Fnatic perhaps getting a little bit greedy.
Yep, I was with the Metamorphosis running out at the end, but I don't know. It's weird because you commit so heavily to finish that tower that you eventually go for it.
Oh, look at this mid lane. Damage coming out from the traps as well.
God, if you don't have sentries, this gets super difficult to lane.
And DJ being forced back from Dendi again as more mana burns come from Roger. That'd be such an annoying lane to deal with. How do the traps work for damage? Is it you get hit by it initially and then you have to stand on that area for the damage to be applied still?
No, you have to let the trap sit there for 5 seconds first.
Right.
So it builds up to the maximum slow, and then you just use it on them, and it's a damage over time.
So is it a damage over time that once it's applied, it stays on you, or if you run out of the area afterwards, it's not applied anymore? Okay. Very interesting. In general, level 6 right now, just leveled up Primal Split. See if he wants to use this on a potential gank here. Seneko. Oh, the Nightmare not able to get it off. Kind of the issue with Bane in general, these cast animations.
Old Grandpa Bane, hands aren't the fastest.
And Ohio, level 8, just dominating this bot lane right now. Has the Roar available, of course. And Crystallize, as expected, will be going for the Lincoln Sphere. Not too big of a surprise as the axes come out, but rotation's coming through. Seneko and company. Oh my god, the Roar comes out. Crystallize attempting to shift as far as attributes are concerned. And they're going to turn this around with the 2 additional teammates coming through. So nice turnaround kill there is Dendi. Going to get Fire Blast. Who gets the Invis Rune? Looks like Dendi will end up getting it. And the level 4 Pylai Die is forced to run away.
Yep, it was quite ambitious trying to... And he probably knew he was dead. At that point, they had a ward that scouted the rotations out. Or I guess they just placed it afterwards. Never mind, he didn't know. But still, Morphling, he shifts into the strength so quickly. It's insane. He heals very quickly.
Yeah, of course, level 4 being a big part of that. As he's leveling quite nicely. Top lane Primal Split is used on Eternal Envy for the most part. See if they can finish him off. But
these pandas don't do a lot of
Thunder
damage.
comes through, and DJ, again, the sacrificial teammate, if you will. Well, more stuns coming through, and Rogers here, Vendetta. Could potentially find this. One Impale could do it. Oh, he gets it off. Into the right clicks from General. It's going to be pretty close as the Shadow Word is keeping him alive just barely. DJ again coming through for his team as they're going to turn this around onto General now. As Metamorphosis is popped, and you have to think General will die one way or the other, especially with the Fatal Bonds applied.
Very nicely played from Envy, baiting it super, super hard. He's got so much armor, can't be killed.
Yeah, what are we at now? It's still 19. Okay, so starts with 17, ends up getting 2 over the course of the game. Puck mid lane. Fiend's Grip not available, no mana for Seneko. Don't think Dendi was close enough anyway, as he is working towards either the Deso or the Blink Dagger right now. What do you typically go first, or is it just personal preference? Oh, you're going to hold that thought. Top lane, Pylai Die in quite a bit of trouble, getting completely blocked by the creeps as General. Looking to finish him off, but here comes the Chaotic Offering onto 2 with the Fatal Bonds applied. General is in a lot of trouble. The right clicks will come through as well.
Nice body blocks.
Indeed. Started off his body blocks the other way around, but Chaotic Offering now being used to take out this tier 1. Ohio is here as well with that level 2 Inner Beast. Pretty damn good for pushing.
Yep, for sure. You were asking me about something and I forgot what it was.
Me too, friend. Me too.
Oh no. It'll come back.
I'm sure it will. It usually does. Tier 2 tower taking a lot of damage though, as the level 4 Call of the Wild is online. What creep did he get? He got the troll. The troll creep. Crystallize is here.
Oh, Dark Soul Summoner.
Oh, he's going to attempt to TP out, but the Adaptive Strike is there. And with the Thunderclap, Ohio will find his way to the grave. So nice pick off here for NaVi.
You know, it feels like, sure, Fnatic have these big ultimates like the Chaotic Offering. I would consider Metamorphosis basically an ultimate at this point, right? He just can't fight without it. But it feels like they're not getting enough out of it, right? They took a tower, but they got 1 kill. And then now it's time for NaVi just to keep doing what they're doing. Morphling is free farming, essentially. Templar Assassin almost has the Desolator. And then the game changes, right? If they don't manage to, like, break open the game with the Chaotic Offering, then they can just run straight into the Roshan Pit when it's on cooldown. Yeah. And then they have a whole new set of problems they have to deal with. It feels like they need more. Like, when you look at Puck, he's been very uninvolved in this game. In terms of stats, right? 1 assist to his name with the coil. You expect this hero to be the one moving around, but you can't really do that against the Templar Assassin that always pushes you in, forces you to defend your tower, and then TA is not the easiest target to kill for Puck, so it's that to me is the biggest counter. Not only does she lane well against him, but she's hard for Puck to kill, and Puck can't leave his lane.
At what point does Puck kind of turn that around? Is it once the Blink Dagger comes online, or is it's just always a bad matchup for her?
The blink definitely helps. Huh? I don't know about that one.
It isn't it? No, that's verified.
I've zoomed in on Puck before.
You've zoomed? What does that mean?
Let me tell you, Puck it may not be confirmed.
Oh my goodness, is there a hidden penis there somewhere? Gracious me, oh my. So the blink helps, and then we're gonna see a Roshan here for Fnatic.
They know there's a trap on top.
Yeah, they do. And with that, actually, Fnatic is scared.
That's a meta cooldown being used too. Let's see. Fnatic might be forced, they might feel like they have to go for mid lane now.
And Denny forced to pop the refraction here. He'll be eaten away pretty quickly, thanks to the illusion and Envy himself. Spike Carapace coming in, but we'll see what they can do with this. Yeah, they definitely don't want to waste this Metamorphosis. They at least want the tier 1 tower, but in the meantime, top lane's being pushed by General Seneko and Crystallize, who looks like he's done with Linken's, actually. It's on the courier right now.
Yep, he's really very fun. Well, this is one thing you can do to TA. TA doesn't like it when heroes group up and just hit her tower. She can't really wave clear or anything like that, so it's good. It's just Puck doesn't want to sit in front of TA all game. That's all. He wants to move around and get active.
Oh god, lots of TPs in the top lane. Seneko, well, he will TP out. The Chaotic Offering will cancel at the last second, so at least he'll find one. But it does cost him quite a big ultimate.
That's some heavy commitment, dropping the Chaotic Offering for the Bane kill. I don't know about that, honestly. It's, like, sure, you have to secure the kill, but doing so gives TA this opening to roar. Speaking of TA, she gets roared. All the Dark Troll Summoner comes out.
Yeah, Roger is here, though. Vendetta, Impale, looking for something. Loser Orb coming in. Denny could be in a lot of trouble. Trying to turn this around on Ohio. Gets a lot of damage. It's going to be close. The Sunder from Envy keeping his teammate alive. Denny's invisible will be taken out by the axes in the end, as Puck looks to be next on the list, so it's a 2-for-1 across the map. Adaptive Strike not going to do a whole lot to Ohio. As General, Thunderclap is available, not quite close enough though, as Ohio is bloodlusted. Envy saving his teammate in spades there. That was quite nice.
That was very nice. It's you know, a lot of carry players don't want to do that. Because it's a little crazy. Sometimes you end up dying because then you get scarred for life, and you just never want to do that again. But it was a good play for sure.
Looks like Crystallize will be going for the shotgun build, by the way.
Yes, very good. And this should be Roshan. Templar Assassin has Desolator, level 3 meld. There is no Metamorphosis. Well, it's up soon, but there's no Chaotic Offering for 80 seconds. But they can't really do it if Fnatic's in the area. It's more of a thing where, like, they could sneak it, or they could do it without heavy commitment. But when Fnatic decide to dedicate all the resources to just being near the area, it's hard, because Puck can always orb in. Yeah. So yeah, speaking of Puck, still no Blink Dagger.
Yeah, not too far away, though. Of course, did go for the Veil first, which isn't too big of a surprise. Actually, let me ask you that. If you're struggling in lane, as Abid kind of did this game against the TA, it's kind of expected, but are you, like, what's the idea behind going Veil instead of Blink? Is it because of the stats? Able to farm more easily? Don't care about the mobility as much?
The stats are good, makes your team fight a bit better with the damage, and honestly, the way Fnatic have been playing, they're not really going for these ganks, right? They're kind of just running down a lane together, using their abilities and sieging buildings, so Blink Dagger doesn't actually help you with that very much.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Roar is used by Ohio. He looks to be dead very close. He's very fast, though. Finally, the right click from General comes through to take him out. Primal Split is available, but will not even be tempted there. Probably for the best.
Yep, upgraded now. Puck has Blink, so you know, this is probably one of the hardest Puck games I've seen in a long time. Laning against the Templar Assassin, already a not great matchup, and then Nyx Assassin's in the game too. Spike Carapace is so annoying for Puck to deal with. It's like, sure, you can phase, like, while Nyx is on top of your orb to avoid the stun, but at the same time, that means you can't go in on your orb.
Top lane, we have some TP support coming in. Chaotic Offering is actually used onto 2. Seneco's in a lot of trouble. Has Nightmare available, but with the Bloodlust, Eternal Envy. Actually, it's not Blood, it's just Mask of Madness, actually. That's... Can't imagine what it'll look like with Mask and Bloodlust. My goodness.
Smoke up from Fnatic. It was pretty sure it was spotted, though. They pinged it out right away.
They just need that extra move speed, bro. That Roshan looking real tasty right about now. Meanwhile, bottom, next to the secret shot, Puck is destroyed by Crystallize and company. But in the meanwhile, Roshan is being attempted. Don't think there's a trap in there any longer, but NaVi should know this is going on. General jumps in with the Thunderclap into the Primal Split. Ohio's in a lot of trouble. The Chaotic Offering is doing a little bit of work on the sideline. As Warlock put into the air, the Roar comes out. We'll connect onto Roger for now, as Envy in the backside being controlled by Seneko. As they're going to find a kill on the Beastmaster eventually. The Nightmare now onto Envy, into the Impale. He does have Sunder. They need to layer this correctly. And he doesn't even try for it, actually, which is a little bit surprising, but will find his way to the grave regardless. 3-0 in favor of NaVi, as Pylite looks to be next, but a nice upheaval. DJ supporting as always, but the spike carapace keeps him stunned into the impale again. That's 4 dead for NaVi. In favor of NaVi, I should say, as DJ is the last remaining member for Fnatic.
Man, that was with Crystallize and Dendy in the bottom lane as well.
Yeah, what
so.
the hell?
Very nicely done. Looks like, yep, it's Shrine time, and then they're going to do Roshan. Roshan is super, super low. I was going to say that one of the best things you can do against TA is denying her the Aegis, because this hero does not play very well from behind at all. She wants to play from ahead. And Roshan is definitely something you need for that, but...
Fnatic,
right.
okay. Are they going to try for this? Orb comes out. It's going to be too late, though. And yeah, that was a very long, extended Roche attempt, if you think about it. That was like a 6 or 7 minute period where each team kind of pokes at Roche, and then finally NaVi takes it for themselves.
Yep. You know, they were so
still,
close to
Roche won.
canceling the Brewmaster's Blink Dagger before he was able to blink into the pit, clap, and get his ultimate off. The Golem was actually right next to him, but wasn't able to cancel it. If they did cancel it, I'm pretty sure they would have just taken the Roshan for free.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a big initiation from General.
Radiant are scanning.
Really like that Brewmaster's back in the meta, by the way. One of my favorite heroes to watch. I think from a spectator standpoint, it's super fun. Have you seen this 25, by the way?
Which one, Brewmaster?
I don't even need to tell you which one. It should be obvious.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I don't know
attack.
which one you're referring to.
Level 25 talent. Come on now. Minus 65 second primal split cooldown.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good? You think
pretty
that's
good.
pretty good? So, in your rating system, what is really good?
15% drunken brawler chance.
Offhead top lane will dodge the impale and everything else. The E-Blade online now for Crystallize, by the way. As the roar comes out, they'll find Nyx Assassin for now. Spike Carapace is there, though.
Is under
But you have to think he will likely fall. Does have impale, though. No, Abed finishes him off. He's working towards an Aghanim Scepter on the Nyx Assassin, but he's quite far away.
Very far,
General.
but he has Midas at least.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he'll find it at some point, no doubt.
Now, there's some games where the split isn't that useful. You do more outside of it.
Dire's
No, I
bottom
agree.
tower is
I'm
under
not saying you
attack.
take it every time, but when you commit to that build, it is. I mean, it's literally up for every fight, even every mini engagement. It's up.
Yeah,
You
you
can't
can
play around it.
you can just throw your summons at towers and keep the Earth one back.
Yeah.
That's how, like, casually and non-committally you can use it. It has what, like, what's the uptime on it? 20 seconds at level 3, and it'll have a 35-second cooldown, so the duration is longer than the cooldown.
Yes, it is. Very hard to play around. But if you're going like the battle build on Brew, which we don't really see that often, we're going to see the jump in onto DJ. Chaotic Offering is canceled thanks to the Nightmare. Fiend's Grip is available as well. And he's not, yeah. You actually kind of want him to use it there. You're baiting him to use it.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't know what's around the corner, so.
True.
But you're right. If he did get it off there, it probably would have been wasted.
Well, Ohio has Shadow Blade and the Roar. It's dust onto Nyx Assassin. He finds the initiation first onto Envy. There's the Roar. Looks like Brewmaster, if they have vision, will die. And there's the Sentry. Find his way to the grave. Likely will be a tier 2 as a result, especially with that Desolator online. Crystallize looking for a BKB. Have you seen him use his ult yet? I have not
Yeah,
noticed.
I saw him use it on Terrorblade and he made an illusion.
Has fallen.
Did he use Metamorphosis?
I didn't see. I don't think he did. Maybe it doesn't work.
He did. He did use meta.
Oh, he did.
use Meta.
Yeah, it was
Damn.
funny. I saw it. It was pretty great.
How much range did he have, Watt?
It looked like a little bit more than normal, but I don't know. He has such a small body too. It's hard to tell actually.
Okay. We'll have to
We'll
keep
have
our
to-
eyes peeled for that.
Yeah, keep your eye on his body, like Mott said, Brax. Keep an eye
Yes.
real close.
Oh, I'm watching.
BKB now online for Envy. He really likes these utility. Oh, all right.
Radiant's
Abed takes out Seneko. Top lane. General jumps in, gets a couple of crits, but really to no avail. As the upheaval and chaotic offering are used. The TP's out. Will be there, and Roger attempting to do the same, but the waning rift will finish him off. So we'll get something at least for that chaotic offering. 2 for 1
fallen.
across the map.
Yep. Meanwhile, Crystallize takes out the bottom tower, and he's only 300 gold away from BKB now. So I don't know what they can do. I feel like they can't touch him already. Once he has BKB, he can just freely wave in, kill whoever he wants. He can probably kill what, Beastmaster from. Well, I guess Beastmaster is a Shadow Blade, so he won't be able to kill him. But The other heroes will die to the shotgun combo.
Now here's a thought. Okay, this is a stupid build, I know. I'm already saying that. I'm prefacing it. Get a Shadow Blade on Morphling. Or a Bounty Hunter on your team or something like that where you can turn into them. You go in with max strength and go for the max stun. And then you shift. This is already a terrible idea. I'm already hearing it out loud. It just sounds awful. Then you shift. We're committing to this with E-Blade and Dagon.
Alright. I lost.
Okay, the Dagon's a little overkill, but just imagine the possibilities, Brax. Just imagine. But there are a lot of cool new ways you can like use these like the morph on allies is super crazy as well. You can just build with it. You don't have to rely on the enemies.
Once you have level 3 morph as well, it's pretty much up all the time.
In this game, it feels like Fnatic has way better heroes to use than your own team, though.
That's true.
So, what's the alternative? It's 15-second morph duration. Okay. That's not too bad. General, he's scouted out. Ohio's here. Has the roar available. And they're just going to force Primal Split out, actually. And they're going to get... NaVi's going to get nothing for that, essentially.
Well, split force. It's pretty big, but they smoke up, seeing if they can make anything happen. Their initiation isn't that greatest, right? It's the Puck who's always pushing on the side of the map, which might die. Oh. Just kidding, he's alive.
That was close. Quick phase shift there for Abed. But Morphling just feels like he's in a game of his own.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Can't really kill him, I feel like.
Feels
Dandy, in the meantime, though, he's scouted out. Primal Split and brought down. Big kill for Fnatic. 70 seconds with no TA. Technically does have buyback, but considering the tier 2s are up, don't think you're going to be able to force that one out. Abed, oh boy. Might be in some trouble. Phase shifts. There's the Lincolns being popped as well. Coil in addition, but there's the Fiend's Grip from distance. Saneko.
The longest grip he's ever seen.
Jesus. Brewmaster's TPing in the mid lane as tier 2 tower being pounded upon by Eternal Envy. Looks like they'll be able to defend pretty easily, in fact. Oh, but there's a Chaotic Offering onto Generals. Looks like the Bane will drop immediately as General. He's in a lot of trouble. Do they have a Force F anywhere near? No, he's just dead. Easy kill for Fnatic. As they're going to turn this onto Ogre Magi now. The Morphling comes in finally to play, gets 1 kill. Ohio, like you said, Shadow Blade applied. DJ in a lot of trouble, though. Roger and company able to take him out in addition. So 3 for 3. As that looked like it ended up favoring Fnatic a bit. But still, NaVi with a 13k net worth lead at the moment.
Yeah, even though the kill score was it was good for Fnatic, there's just Morphling. There's no answer for this hero at the moment. Like, I don't know what they do.
And the scary thing is he's only like 2k away, even less than that for the Scotty. And that's when he really starts to blow up, I feel like. Not that he's not blown up already. He is very, very fat.
Yeah,
19,000 net worth.
He's one of these heroes that very clearly hits his power spikes, right? Like, when he gets that E-Blade, that's when the game kind of changes for him. Instead of split pushing and farming the entire game, he can get in there, blow some of these heroes up, and then he's still pretty difficult to kill. Like, he has 40 armor at this point, and you can shift between agility and strength so quickly. It's really easy to just play on such low health now. Much easier than before.
For sure. And with that BKB, there's, what do they have? Chaotic Offering is the only thing that can go through that, and it's really not going to do much.
Right.
Yeah, he feels close to invincible this game. I mean, just look at the net worth. You have a 4k lead on your own teammate who's also doing quite well for himself. And it's just going to get scarier. Morphling, one of the best scaling carries in the game, to be sure. So, from Fnatic's side, what is the game plan here? Looking for solo kills again? Like, the kill they got on Dendy turned it into a tower, but then they kind of ended up washing as far as heroes being traded and whatnot.
Well, luckily for them, Terrorblade's good at pushing these lanes out without heavily committing his hero, right? So we can do it really safely with his illusions. So they have some way to get lanes out, and then Puck, same thing. He can split push in a way that is very low risk for him. Even against the next assassin, he has Lincoln Sphere picked up, so they can dodge like the big mana burn damage. They just need more items at this point. Terrorblade has a whole bunch of buffs. He's got a great supporting cast behind him if he has enough damage. You have the Bloodlust from the Ogre, then you have the Inner Beast, then if you got some heals from Warlock. It's just about getting more farm at this point, and you know, hoping that NaVi can't close out the game, which they probably will do when Roshan spawns in 5 seconds. They got a trap on it.
They sure do. One of the few abilities that works inside the Roche pit in terms of vision.
And they see
And they'll
Abed.
see it.
Oh, actually, did they ping? I thought they just pinged them. Maybe not. But they're looking for him.
They sure are. Roger, no Vendetta from that 5 seconds. Of course, he has a great Lincoln's popper with that mana burn. And he's going to show himself. Oh, Roger did not get the spike here by the time, but the Impale hits Abed. They're scouting him out with the Courier, and they even make it invulnerable for now. Probably still going to be fine, but more annoying than anything. As Crystallize will take out Ogre Magi on the other side of the map. Abed. How is that possible? Yeah, they're killing the Courier anyway. That is hilarious.
Knight's probably gonna try to cut mid. This Roche actually isn't dying that fast. The damage dealers aren't in the pit.
And now they are. General jumps in with a triple thunderclap into the waveform. Eternal Envy forced to pop the BKB. Gets the Sunder off on the Roger, who has the Aghanim Scepter now, by the way. So has all the range he needs as the Envy is destroyed. Double kill for Crystallize as the BKB is still on duration. It's going to be a super easy Roche now as a result. Abed, all he can really do is try to steal this in a very cheeky manner. Orb is up in 1. No, he's not going to get it. Orb comes out, but then they're able to take the Roche Aegis, crystallize the cheese. Definitely a good choice. Quite a good candidate for that, for sure. And Fnatic kind of just resigned to using Puck as a split pusher, which is not what you always want to see. Seneko and company looks like they'll find Pylai die as well.
Oh boy.
And this looking very rough for Fnatic as they might drop out of the major in this game.
You know, they still got their ultimates for when they respawn. No Metamorphosis, but alright, never mind. They have Chaotic Offering, but without Metamorphosis, I don't think Terrorblade can do anything in these team fights at all.
No. And Roger.
Oof, it's tough.
Honestly, an item we haven't really brought up is the Aghanim Scepter for Nyx Assassin. At 32 minutes in the game, I mean, at any point in the game, this item is insane on this hero.
Super
Makes
good.
him so hard to deal with. And this is going to be 2 racks going the way of NaVi. They'll probably back up after this. Even though they know that Metamorphosis is down, they could potentially fight, but will most likely play it safe.
Safety first. This is an elimination game. Morphling has 6,000 gold on him. Every hero has a ridiculous amount of gold on him. Dendy has 8k. Even the support's 2,300.
Envy has a lot of gold. We've seen that before.
That's true. He does have a lot of gold. He's a hoarder.
He can almost finish this Scotty in a second. He sells something and is able to finish it off right there and there. Right then and there. No buyback, of course, but I mean, this is a hero. We've talked about it time and time again, but buying back, you feel real bad if you've already used Metamorphosis anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
he's one of
probably
these
best to
heroes
buy out.
that you want to spend all your gold. You don't want to have to die with Metamorphosis and come back. You're not actually going to do anything at that point, so might as well use all of the cash. They've hit this this kind of wall, right, for the past maybe 10-15 minutes where it feels like they don't have any damage, which is funny to say when you have Terrorblade in your team because this hero does a shit ton of damage, but it's not enough to do anything at all to Morphling.
Yeah, I mean, the net worth basically tells the story. Crystallize almost doubling the net worth of the highest for Fnatic. And he's level 24. Can morph allies, see if he chooses to use that or not. The question, does he get, I'm guessing he doesn't get Burrow or anything. Maybe he does. God, that would be insane. Imagine a double Nyx Burrow. The Lurker
That'd be pretty
special.
cool.
This might be the last fight of the game, by the way, as Fnatic have a 30k deficit. They really need to catch NaVi off guard, but it looks like
Hit him with the scan.
Fnatic are ready. Is Roger in Lurker form right now. Dendy
Dendy's
jumps
in.
right in. He gets the kill on DJ right off the bat. As the burst damage is out of control, Pylai Die is next on the list. Now a butterfly is delivered to Crystallize, as if that wasn't enough. Metamorphosis is popped. And there's the jump in from the Brewmaster. Primal Split applied. Eternal Envy getting extremely low. Has Sunder, but not able to use it. And that could do it, my friends. Impale comes through. Ohio's dead. Fnatic dropping like flies yet again. Good luck further, says Envy. GG is called. NaVi will advance. I believe it's top 6 now.
Well played, both teams. It was a good game. Even though it felt like it got out of control pretty quickly. Morphling, I don't know, looks so good. His early game is so much better now with the no mana cost on the